The rural town of Duck Run consists of 336 people who live in humble conditions.
These are populations where the women who have families of their own, they have children from the time that they were little girls, just have always been used to seeing children in their community, neighbors, own family get sick and die. So their assumption was that, yeah, I'll have, maybe 4, 5, 6 children and 1 or 2 will die.
Victor Ishmael Perez is the chairman of the village. He agreed to let the students install the experimental soilet system at his parents' house. In addition to the humidity and mosquitoes, the students found it difficult to build the soilet without access to modern tools and supplies.
There's no like Home Depot. There's no one local hardware store where you can get everything. So we have to go to 5 different places to order several different things, and that's been a big challenge.
A typical septic system costs around $1,000 US, but a family can get a warm-equipped soilet system for around $400. They're easy to install, environmentally friendly, and less than half the cost.
The proof that this is a solution for the developing world is one in the cost. I believe this is a solution that every third world country can afford. I think this is a solution that will ensure that there's a toilet in every single home. The key is have a solution that ensures that we do not reinfest ourselves with our waste. And this will guarantee that.
Nosotros somos una familia muy pobre, creo yo. Y mi papá está muy viejito, mi mamá está muy viejito. Ellos tienen sus toiles allá, por allá, y en la noche salen para afuera. No sabemos qué puede pasar allá afuera. Entonces, pues gracias a ustedes, les vamos a componer su baño, que ya pueden estar adentro de la casa. Y gracias a Dios y gracias a ustedes, nosotros vamos a realizar los sueños.
The Perez family agreed to test out the soilet system and appreciated the free materials and labor. But the college students claimed they gained a lot by helping those in need.
I was looking for something new, something different to do with my summers instead of staying at home and working. And I thought it would be a nice chance, a nice opportunity and a good experience to come down here and come back to this area, because I served my mission down here, to come back to this area and be able to serve the people in a new way instead of proselyting, but to actually come and take care of all these problems that I saw while I was on my mission, but never got the chance to do, And so to be able to come down here and actually work in a different way and serve in the way that they really, they appreciate it when you go down, when you teach them and stuff, and especially when they listen, when they learn, and then they want to change their lives. But most of the time, they're just wanting some sort of help in this kind of area. And so it's nice to be able to come down and also serve them in that way. And so I was looking for something like that to do, and it was just a good fit to come down with Help International.
And another thing that has been rewarding is meeting the Belizeans and working with them. I've been just so impressed with their hospitality and their willingness to help us in this project. And
when I was in primary, we used to sing the song, "When we're helping, we're happy." And that certainly seems to be the case here. These young people are terrific.
But in order for the soilet system to work, it must also meet the needs of the growing metropolitan areas of Belize. The nation is trying to grow its economy through tourism. People from all around the world travel to Belize to enjoy the tropical fish, brilliant coral reefs, and warm turquoise waters.
Water is so important to us around here. I think the majority of the people now make the living off tourism. The main industry here in the country is tourism, so everybody's getting into tourism or is in tourism right now.
The ocean and the reef is the most important for our island in particular, because tourists come over here to see the reef, they come for diving, snorkeling and that, so the ocean is extremely important to us, and that is why you see that there are certain areas that are reserved for marine parks that are being created to make sure that we have beautiful areas that tourists can go and see, you know?
No matter where the tourists come from, they all need to go to the bathroom when they arrive.
The thing is, people have to get rid of their sewage. So if there is no system in place to do so, then people's effluent is going to go into the groundwater, and you can't stop it by legislation. You can't tell people not to produce sewage. So I think that if you can produce a system that's cheap enough that it can have widespread use, particularly in lower income communities, people will use it. People will install it, and if it's cheap enough, then you can mandate it and make sure people do it. And I think the impact would be immediate and very substantial.
The Parrot's Nest Hotel refers to itself as an eco-friendly resort. Small cabins surrounded by tropical rainforests, the ultimate experience for those who want a green getaway.
We try and be an eco-resort. I mean, we don't go for all the brand names like Rainforest Alliance and things like that, but we try and keep it kind of green and eco. As you can see by the smallness of the cabins and everything, less of an impact. So it sounded like it would work really well.
Parrot's Nest owner Marcus Horton loved the idea of using worms from the earth to eradicate the waste from humans.
At first I was thinking there's no way our worms would want to go through with this, but they said that was how it would work, and it seems to be working. And everybody that we tell that stays in this cabin is like, really? You have worms back there? Can we see them? Sure, yeah, lift the lid.
Although the system may seem simple, it has the potential to change millions of lives all throughout Central America and the rest of the world.
I honestly believe that the Soilet can change the world. It is an incredible innovation that in places that struggle and suffer from water contamination, this can make all the difference.
Sarah Joy Pond created the Tipping Bucket, a way to raise money for service projects like the Soilet, using social media to solicit money. With the help of millions of people giving a small amount of money, Pond thinks they can provide the funds to take the Soilet around the world.
I've seen when it's done in Ghana. I've seen the implications that this has. And the simple fact of being able to count on going to work every day instead of counting on missing a week every month because you're sick, that's a huge thing. Being able to have your children attend school on a regular basis instead of missing a week every month because they're sick.
If the pilot program works in Belize, the promoters of the Soilet hope to start building cement containers and digging for worms to expand the vision of a third world inventor, so children everywhere can have better access to clean water.
We're just introducing it here. It seems like the potential is huge, but whether or not it works out, that we just have to keep experimenting, keep trying, testing the system in different venues and different situations. And when that, I have every reason to believe that it'll be totally successful, but we just have to go step by step.
I hope that the people who have seen this technology can go and duplicate it, because it's very, very easy to duplicate. And I hope that it can spread throughout all of Central America. Now that we've tested it in Belize, we've seen that it works. The Central America has a lot of similar climates as far as geography and temperature and weather. So I hope that maybe it can go into Guatemala or El Salvador or outlying countries here.
A lot of work goes into building a Soilet, and it's a beautiful thing because it's so simple. It's a process that is so normal.
So if you imagine a world, a future in which our waste is nutrient or a beneficial product, I think this is going to help give us a much, much better world.
I think if the Soilet system could solve the problem that we have with the effluent coming out of septic tanks, I think that would be a huge plus for areas like this and a huge plus for the country as a whole.
You know, we're all brothers and sisters, and we're all part of one big human family. And of course, most of our interest in doing this work to begin with has been to help improve the lives of others so they can enjoy their experience on Earth, certainly to minimize the difficulty, the sadness, the disruption in a family that comes from someone being seriously ill and then dying. You know, every life is important.